I want to create a body that's fit and healthy and can dance until I'm 120. And I thought maybe you could speak on that.
Even if when you're 120, you'd rather paint?
Ooh, I hadn't thought of that.
In other words, are you really wanting to assign your intentions so far into the future, or do you want to intend that you'll be up for whatever you're up for whenever you're up for it?
I like that.
Because it's a dynamic thing, isn't it? It's ever changing. We really like this conversation. So when you think about living in a dynamic world, ever changing, and you being a dynamic being, ever changing, and you think about what's changing is your intention. Rather than adapting your intentions to the condition, you're wanting to allow your desire to evolve and expect the conditions to conform. And that's a little different than what you just asked for, isn't it? Whatever I want, whenever I want it. Giving yourself the leeway to change or evolve in what you want, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when you accept that life is causing your vibrational reality to evolve in that perfect way, then you stay in a vibrational match to that is really what we're talking about here, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
When you say, I'm always going to feel this way, no, you're not. I'm always going to want that. That's not true either. But to say, I want to be in a position, I want to be in a practiced position of allowing what is currently dynamically active in my vortex. In other words, when you were very, very young, your dominant intention was to stand on 2 feet. That's changed. You now want more. You see?
Uh-huh. Is it good to aim high? I mean, I've never seen anyone who was, pain-free and healthy that lived to 120.
Here's the thing. If you aim higher than you believe, it's sort of counterproductive, because every time you make the statement of your aimed intention, you contradict it with what you believe. So what you believe keeps being active and keeps slowing you down. So aim where it feels good. Can you feel how what you're attempting to do, and we get it, and it's admirable in most ways, but to say, I want to be a departure from anything that I see. First, you got to be to the place where you're not letting current reality limit you. And to try to overcome a current reality that you believe is a lot of stress on you. So we wouldn't aim so high that it creates resistance that now you're having to overcome. We would say in general terms, well, everybody's not me. And I'm not everybody. And I'm different in these ways. And I am on the leading edge, and my intentions are evolving, and my understanding of who I am is too. And I'm getting better and better at closing that gap, and that's all that matters. So I'll keep living a dynamic life. My desires will continue to evolve, and I'll continue to stay up with my desires. But when you're trying to take into consideration the whole world, or even act as an example for a world that is resistant to those ideas, in other words, when you decide that you're going to take a stance about anything, and there's a big blowback in the community around you, you taking the stance that you think is for their well-being is causing more blowback for you, and causing more, therefore, resistance for you, and none of that is necessary. What you're bringing to the forefront here is really a good conversation to have. So, Abraham, those who surround me in the mix, we stimulate desires in each other. We are the variety or the contrast that provides the basis of new intentions. That's a really good thing. People not doing well in terms of their physicality can be the catalyst to you deciding that you're going to do better or that you're going to do well. But deliberately wanting to present something in order to affect their response to it almost always brings you more grief there's not really a great advantage to that, you see. And so we would make more general statements. I'm going to live happily ever after. I'm going to always be in a position to do whatever I feel like doing. I'm going to stay in close proximity to my current desires. I'm going to always have active urges and inspiration allowed by me. Those kinds of things. Helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And can you feel how less resistant that approach is?
Yeah.
Not easy to be a part of this world and not have an awareness of how the world may be looking at you. It just cannot be the most important thing, or even close to the most important thing. Your relationship with your inner being is. Everything else is what it is, and it's really not your business.
Maybe I just want that to, then I'll be important, or then I'll matter to other people, or then I'll have an influence, and maybe none of that matters. I guess you're saying none of that matters.
Well, we are not saying that that doesn't matter. In fact, what we've been saying to you already here today is that your greatest value to others is that you demonstrate alignment. And certainly that agility and that well-being and that flexibility and that zest for life, those are all manifestations of alignment. So certainly an uplifter is an uplifter is an uplifter is an uplifter is an uplifter. And you are an uplifter. We were just wanting to help you work some of the bugs out of it so that it goes easier for you.
Yeah.
We can see you dancing happily for as long as you're in this physical body. That is not difficult to understand or to see. But we want you to understand that no matter what, there will always be those who are approving or disapproving of that. Look at that old guy. Do you think he's 20? So your relationship with life has to be between you and you, not between you and them. You have to be able to allow them to be where they are and think what they think. And don't dance for them. Dance for yourself.
So it doesn't matter if I live a long time or not. Just that I'm having as much fun as I can have for the time that I'm living.
Well, we don't know what your definition of eternity is, but where we stand is a long time.